let's talk about if it's time to reinvent yourself. Hey everybody, Randy Gage here. I want to welcome you to another episode of Prosperity TV, and I want to continue the discussion I had. If you're one of the people who follow me on Periscope, one of the daily scopes we did a week back or so, we talked about this issue of reinventing yourself. And I got to tell you, look at successful careers: Madonna, Paul McCartney, Lady Gaga, Prince, whether musicians or actors or business entrepreneurs. The people who really have long careers with things, they're reinventing themselves all the time. And I think this could really come into play in terms of your personal growth and development. I could tell you at least 3 or 4 major reinventions I did in my life. Being in a jail cell at 15 years old for armed robbery and realizing, hey, that path of life isn't going to take me where I want to go. Moving away from Wisconsin down to Florida when I was all by myself at 16 years old, changing my whole everything. 30 years old when I lost my business and sold all my furniture and was dead broke and having to start over. And I took the GED and started taking some classes at college and decided to become a writer and reinvented myself. And even recently, a couple of weeks ago, I've reinvented what I'm doing in my business. And I want you to think about that and think about, there's a lot of different things, ways you reinvent yourself. And sometimes it's just moving to a different area. Sometimes it's moving to a new job, moving to a new career. Sometimes it's about changing a lot of the people in your life. That was a big reinvention for me when I got out of jail and looked at, wow, everybody I hang around with is a drug addict or a drunk or a criminal and a victim. And same thing even at 30 when I reinvented myself, when I lost the business, I realized everybody I hung around with at that point was, like me, a professional victim. So I said, wow, I've got to change the people I'm hanging around with. I got to change where I'm hanging out. And I had to change the way I thought. So here's your homework for this week. If you didn't do this already, it's really worth some critical thinking. Ask yourself, have you ever really reinvented yourself? Because a lot of people never do. A lot of people go through their whole life never even giving this a conscious thought. And some people do it reinvent themselves intuitively without being aware of it or conscious of it because they're on the right path and they're doing some of the right things. But some people never do. So ask yourself, have you ever really reinvented yourself? Next question, when was the last time you reinvented yourself? And finally, is now the right time to reinvent yourself? Go out, have an amazing week. Peace. Love you guys, and live rich. Hey, by the way, did you notice the shirt? The shirt was sent to me by Ben Weisenstein. He's a young guy, 25, 26-year-old entrepreneur. And this is his newest venture. He said to me, hey, I watch your show. Would you ever wear one of my shirts? That's his dream that he's doing right now, is launching this line of everything that something started as nothing. So his website is bensdream.com. So yeah, I'm happy to wear the shirt. Check it out. See you guys next Monday.